Hi, welcome to Module 2 Waveguide Components and its application. In previous session, we have discussed three windows which uses fixed projections from the walls of the waveguide for impedance matching purpose. In this session, we will check how the projection depth can be varied to have variable susceptance. The best example of such an element is tuning screws. Apart from that, we'll check with another one called as post. Moving ahead here, we'll see what is a tuning screws here. In this picture, this is an waveguide. This is a waveguide having the dimension A cross B. The B dimension are shown here clearly here. Now, a better way to obtain a variable susceptance is by means of a screw inserted into the top or the bottom of the waveguide. When it is inserted from the top or the bottom plane of the waveguide, the screw will be parallel to the electric field here. In this waveguide, the electric field direction will be like this. The electric field direction will be like this. And it has said clearly that the screw should be always parallel to the electric field which is present in the waveguide here. This is screw called as a tuning screw. See clearly, it is now screw is parallel to the electric field here. A screw of length now here you are able to see clearly some length L. Some length L has been displaced. This is nothing but depth penetration. If a screw of a length less than approximately quarter free space wavelength, it produces an effective capacitive susceptance value, and this value increases with the depth of penetration. If L is less than lambda naught by 4, then it will be acting like an capacitive window, and with this the C value will be changing. If the length of the penetration is approximately equal to lambda by 4, then the screw will be acting like an resonant, and in this resonant it will be of a series type. It will be a series resonant. If length of the penetration of your screw is greater than lambda naught by 4, then the screw will act as an inductive window, and the susceptance value of inductance will be increasing, and beyond the increase of this value it can reach even to the infinite value. The sharpness of the resonance is an inverse function of the screw diameter. The B dimension of the waveguide is too small to allow the screws to produce a wide range of inductive susceptance value here. Now let us see how the screw will be there. See what is shown here in the picture is a magic T which is having 4 different ports here, and this magic T, and in this magic T a tuning screw has been placed here. This is a tuning screw. What I am rotating here is nothing but a tuning screw here. By moving here I can change the length of the penetration. In this way we can go on change the value of the susceptance here. Based upon the length of the penetration here, the susceptance value will be changing here. This is how a tuning screw will be like. This is a tuning screw. Now, coming to the next figure here, a special element called as choke is used here in order to reduce the power leakages here. In order to reduce the power leakages here, a choke has been used here. A half wavelength transmission line chokes, a half wavelength transmission line chokes are used in the screw assembly in order to reduce the power leakage. This is how we will be trying to reduce the power leakage if there are any leakages. As the power losses are very less here, we can even reach to the infinite value of the susceptance here. A graph is also plot here for the normalized susceptance value here. On x-axis it is L by B. On y-axis it is B by Y naught. B by Y naught here. It is also a parabolic curve here like this. This is how a normalized screw susceptance value as a function of insertion distance is shown in this figure. When I am taking a single screw here, it might be, though it is a direct method of impedance matching here, it should be adjustable both in the length and the position along the waveguide. Suppose if I am taking only one screw here, not only the depth of the penetration, but all the position of this screw should be also varied. In order to do that, we need to arrange one more slot here to adjust the position of the screw here. So, we'll be going for the another two ways, that is a double screw and the triple screw here. In this double screw here, we will be making use of two screws here. That is, here I am having a screw 1 and here I am having a screw 2 here. We need to take care that the distance of the separation between these two screws should be lambda g by 4. Always the distance of the separation should be minimum lambda g by 4 between the two screws. We can go even for the 3 screw arrangement also, where an extra screw will be added like this. An extra screw will be added like this here, and that should be also at a distance of lambda g by 4 here. In triple screw arrangement, half the possible mismatches can be corrected by use of one end screw and the middle screw here, and the rest half of the mismatches can be overcome by making use of the center screw and the other end screw here. In this way, mismatches can be easily controlled here. The disadvantage of the triple screw is that here, though it is able to give me the correction to a maximum extent here, these adjustments will be very difficult here. So, the mostly used arrangement is a double screw arrangement here when compared to the single screw and the triple screw here. Moving ahead here, we are having a topic called as post here. Posts are all of two types. Post is nothing but a type of a metal here. A metal post or a screw extending completely across the waveguide. And parallel to the electric field as shown in this figure adds an inductive susceptance in parallel with the guide here. This is how, if you are taking this waveguide having the dimension as A and B here, the electric field will be in this direction. Here. Now the post, how I am going to place the post will be covering it will be completely across the waveguide, and apart from that it will be parallel to the electric field here. This will be acting like an inductive post, and the equivalent circuit is shown in the figure B. Similarly, we are having the another post called as the capacitive post. In the capacitive post here, the post should be placed at a right angle. right angles to the electric field. In the inductive post, the post will be in parallel to the electric field, whereas in the capacitive post, the post will be at a 90 degrees to the electric field here. Now, in this session, we have seen tuning screws. These are adjustable projections. These are the adjustable projections used for impedance matching purposes. We have seen three different types of arrangements. The first one was single screw, the next double screw, and also the triple screw here. And if you want to reduce the power losses at the joining of this screw here, we can introduce a half wavelength transmission line choke here. And next we have seen the post here. Post are nothing but some metal. This will be placed across the waveguide here, and in this we are having the two types. The first one is the inductive post and the second one is the capacitive post. In the inductive post here, the metal will be parallel to electric field. Here. In capacitive post, the post will be perpendicular to the electric